The Washington State Department of Ecology forecasts a potential fourth consecutive year of drought conditions in the Yakima Basin. Action News reporter Aidan Connor spoke with the Department of Ecology, who gave updates on the current drought situation and what you can do to limit drought impacts.
The Yakima Basin is no stranger to significant droughts, and the Washington State Department of Ecology is suggesting that the consecutive stretch of drought seasons could continue.
Really, the key piece to keep in mind for this winter, and particularly for the Yakima Basin, is that the Yakima Basin has just experienced 3 years in a row of drought conditions and is potentially going into a fourth year of drought conditions come next spring and summer.
Mellor says, according to the United States Bureau of Reclamation, the 6 water reservoirs in the Yakima Basin are currently holding roughly 52% of the average.
And so in the Yakima Basin, there were significant drought impacts this past summer and fall. We saw unprecedented curtailment in the Yakima Basin, including of senior water right users. And so while at this point that is no longer happening, and now we're at the point of looking forward and watching, will we build good enough snowpack and have enough precipitation?
She says that increased amounts of cold precipitation would help this drought season, but the question is whether or not the Yakima Basin will get enough to build a sizable snowpack.
And so having such low storage at this point in November does not bode well for what concerns will look like come spring and summer next year. That means we have to make up even more precipitation, even more snowpack.
Monitoring your water usage in your personal garden and other agricultural projects, as well as staying in touch with your local master gardener associations and local conservation districts, can limit the potential effects of a significant drought.
For individual people, if you have a garden or a lawn, thinking about low water use watering practices, whether that's drip irrigation, whether it's a farm or your own personal garden. And, gardening is still great to do and growing our own vegetables, but thinking about how we go about doing that and what practices we use is so key. This winter can be a great time to look into what do you want to plant in spring? How do you want to go about planting it?
The current 3-year drought stretch is the longest in over 30 years, and we may see it run even longer. Reporting for Action News, I'm Aidan Connor.
Well, thank you very much, Aidan. And the Yakima Basin is no stranger to significant droughts, and the Washington State Department of Ecology suggesting that the consecutive stretch of drought seasons could continue. And in the latest Bureau of Reclamation briefing, the Yakima Basin is said to be at its 4th lowest storage level since 1971.